I'm Amber Fuhriman, and this is the Break Your Bullshit Box podcast. If you want comfort, this is not the place for you. If you're ready to understand what makes smart, capable, successful people, including you, keep repeating the same patterns, this show breaks down human behavior, drawn from real conversations and years of studying what makes people create change so that you can make better decisions, have better conversations, and get better results. So let's dig in and break the bullshit that's been running the show. Welcome back to this week's episode of the Break Your Bullshit Box podcast. This week's episode is brought to you by, it really should actually be called Welcome to Amber's Rant about the bullshit Facebook post that she recently saw. So I'm scrolling Facebook and I see somebody talking about the things that they did well in 2025 and their goals for 2026. And I got real intrigued because this is my jam. You guys know I've been talking about this with you guys for 2 months. So I'm scrolling and I get to this post and I start reading, and this person says, I almost hit my goal of reading 250 books. I read over 200. My goal in 2026 is to read 250. There was a point in my life where I would have thought, man, that's so cool that you can read that many books. I look back now and realize that there is this danger associated with this goal of reading as much as we can. About 1.5 years ago, I started asking people when they would tell me that they had a goal to read a certain amount of books, what their goal was for implementing what they read in those books. And that conversation was much less clear in their brain. And here's what happens is I'm all for reading. I mean, hell, I'm an author. I would love to have everybody read my book. So it would be real hypocritical of me to write a book and then tell people that reading is bullshit. It's not. But oftentimes when people come to me and they want to work with me, they will say, well, is there a place I can read about this first? And here's why that doesn't work. There's a few different reasons. First of all, reading alone rarely creates the transformation that we want. And the reason for it is because we read and then we don't necessarily sit back and think about what it is that we read or analyze what it is that we read or pay attention to how what it is that we read applies in our life or doesn't apply in our life. And then you say, well, wait a minute, Amber. I got a book club and we talk about every book that we read. Well, that's great. The problem is you talk about it, but what do you do about it? Right? So oftentimes what happens is we open up a book, we read it, we check that off of our list of things that we did to address our professional and personal development. We put it on a shelf. We never look at it again. We never think about it again, and we never make any changes. So the first reason that reading rarely creates transformation is because we read, but we don't really comprehend. And if we do comprehend, we still don't analyze how we want to choose differently. And we don't analyze what it is that we're going to do to make sure our behavior is different. The second reason that reading rarely creates transformation is it would be like taking a picture of a beautiful sunset and realizing that the lens for your camera has a smudge on it, and then deciding to retake the picture with the same lens. We see the world in the only way that we can based upon our life experiences, our programming, the beliefs, the values, the decisions that we've made, the experiences that have told us what we're capable of or not capable of. And so when we read something, we read it through those filters. Transformation comes when we don't talk about the content of the book, we talk about the filters through which we're reading the content of the book. And that can only be done in an environment that is designed to bring those filters to your awareness, whether that be coaching or training or mentoring or whatever it is, whether it's a mastermind or whether it's a group coaching program or whether it's a retreat, and an environment that is designed to help you say, this is how I'm showing up. This is how it's serving me or not serving me. This is what I want to do differently. Reading alone can't do that. It can't create transformation. There is this gap, a very real gap, and it's different for different people between what we read and the choice to act differently. So how many times have you read something and you've seen that sentence and you've said, oh my gosh, that's a really good point. And then you move on and nothing changes. So to the person who is going to set a goal about how much they're going to read, if that is you, I beg of you to also set the goal about how much you're going to change. To also pay attention to the decisions that you make, the behavior that you have. And in the last episode, we talked about the fact that every behavior has an intention. So do you start a book and not finish it? Do you start a book, not take any notes on it? Do you reread the same book over and over and over and over again, hoping to get different results, highlighting different parts of it, but never making any changes? Do you hide in books instead of changing what needs to be affected in your life and business? Do you read something, give all of this credit and awe and praise to the author while still self-deprecating yourself? What are the behaviors that are behind your results or lack of them? That has really been the theme of this month's content. Reading rarely creates transformation. If you are going to set a goal to read a certain amount of books this year, please also set a goal to analyze those books and analyze your behavior and choose differently and act differently. And if you are looking for an environment where you can do that in a safe space with people who are also on similar journeys, then head over to Facebook and look up the Break Your Bullshit Box community. Come join us for some conversations and interactions related to life and business and sales and communication and human behavior and programming and, yes, reading. If you're looking for that partner that's going to be able to be a support in your business, that person that can gently, usually, poke at your excuses and the programming and help you get to results in your business that you didn't even know were possible, head over to successdevelopmentsolutions.com and book a free strategy call to see whether we're a good fit to work together. Even if you decide that you don't want to move forward, you still get 30 minutes of understanding what it is that has created your current reality and what programs might be getting in your way. I look forward to chatting with you soon, and I look forward to hearing not what you're reading, but what you're changing.